What's up, guys? It's the Sound Alchemist here with
Gersh1.
And today we're back at it to answer your questions in another installment of For the Greater.
Now, this is a video series where we answer the questions left by you guys. If you guys want us to answer a question for you, comment down in the section below. Put put question in front of your question because we get to those first. It's just easier for us to filter through. And that is what Artur Ross did. He says, what do you dislike most about the Warhammer franchise, excluding Matt Ward? Personally, I hate the exclusion of squats from canon, along with 1,000 other people. But I never saw a good reason to get rid of them, to begin with. Yeah, I agree with you. The squats, I mean, the reason that the squats were done away with is because people weren't playing.
Right. Why invest all this time and money on new models for something that doesn't get a lot of play?
Yeah, and in reality, if you look at the old school squats, they do look goofy, but then again...
They just brought the, what are they called?
I don't know what they're called, but like they're the steampunk fantasy dwarves. Yeah. Those look awesome. Mm-hmm. So if they could do something with that, then yeah, that would be awesome. Yeah, but what do you dislike most about GW?
The one thing I hate, the GW franchise in general, is how they didn't really do anything with it for 30 years.
Yeah.
It's like, you've got this awesome IP, I mean, yeah, you put in games and you do stuff like that, but the lore wasn't really going anywhere, and they haven't done what I want them to do, which is put out a movie, or a show or something.
Right. Even that fan-made Inquisitor,
yeah.
Videos, it just got so much attention, and GW is really missing out on that whole avenue. But then again, I feel like GW was missing out on the whole online, the presence online. But now we have it. Now they have the Warhammer TV,
Warhammer community,
all that kind of stuff. So they're getting to it.
Right.
So maybe down the line, we might get a TV franchise. A movie. The thing I hate about the franchise is how most Xenos characters are portrayed as OP, but then you don't hear from them too much.
That's true.
Like the Tyranids. The Tyranids are a huge threat. But what's happening with them right now? Like, nobody's talking about them. We're all, like, with Gilliman and all that kind of stuff. And not to mention that it's very, you'd never see an Orc versus Tyranid box set. You never see a good, awesome story of the Eldar fighting the Necrons or something like that, which there could be. Right. But it never happens.
Yeah, you always hear bits and pieces about it in the lore, but you never really dive into the meat of it.
Right, and I think GW, they could do a little better in that whole avenue.
Right.
Comment down below, let us know what you hate about the franchise, excluding Matt Ward. Let's go with more questions.
This one's by Sreko Kuvalo. If the Emperor is a god, and all gods have a specific number, what would be his number? 69. No, that's Slanesh.
7, right? No, who's 7?
Isn't 7 Zeech?
I can't remember.
Or no, Nurgo's 6, isn't he?
Yeah, I think Nurgo's 6.
Or is that 7?
Who's 9? I can't remember the numbers.
Yeah, sorry guys.
So we're gonna say 32.
That's a good one.
Yeah,
we're gonna go back to Sesame Street and learn our numbers.
All right, you have another one?
Yes, this one's by Artur Ross. We already did that one. The War on Truth. If Leviathan is a scout fleet and it has trillions of ships, how could any race stand up to the main fleet that may have quadrillions of bioships? Now he's talking about the Tyranids.
They can't, and that's the point that we were making before. Right. The Tyranids are OP in the lore.
Because we're only seeing a tiny splinter of the big-ass fleet, and the whole galaxy is having a hard time dealing with just that.
Yeah, what GW can do is say that because they're all coming from kind of the same side, the Tyranids themselves are fighting each other, right. Which would weaken them. So it's kind of like High Fleet Leviathan versus High Fleet Kraken, and they're fighting each other or whatever. That occupies them in that sector because they're fighting amongst themselves. What was your question? What was this question?
Oh, how could anybody fight, the Tyranid threat since it's that huge?
Okay, you could throw in the lore that they're fighting each other.
There you go. I think our main savior will have to be the Necrons.
Yeah.
They don't have any biomass. They can go ahead and go in there
and their guns specifically deteriorate biomass. So imagine I think the Russians did this during the World War II, right? So the Germans would approach and they would just destroy the farms and all that kind of stuff, so that when the Germans finally got to the location,
they wouldn't have any shelter, no food.
Yeah. And the Russians were gone. They'd be like, screw this, we're not fighting you. So the Necrons can do that. Like the Tyranids can come, the fleet can come, and then they just destroy planet after planet after planet, and then they're like, well, there's nothing here. Shit.
Right. Yeah. But will they starve? Can the Tyranids starve to death?
I mean, they're or they're like a human,
right? Yeah.
Or a bioorganism. Voice of the Emperor. He has 3 questions. The Doom guy in the warp. Would that possibly scare the ruinous powers? The Doom guy. I don't know too much about the Doom.
The guy from Doom.
Yeah, franchise. So I don't know. Yes, maybe. Question number 2. If the Imperium swallowed its pride, would the Eldar be able to seal up the entryway into the human webway on Terra?
Oh yeah, definitely. I think so, at least.
Yeah, but again, not only does humanity have to swallow their pride, but the Eldar have to swallow their pride too, because they think they're too good to help out these, monkeys. Yeah.
Like Frieza and the Saiyans.
Yeah. And then question number 3. What will happen to the Eye of Terror if Slaanesh is killed?
There's going to be a huge warp rift. A bunch of demons are going to be dead because they don't have no patron god. And it's really going to mess up the equilibrium of the warp, because now that there's a seat open, maybe another chaos god will appear, or maybe the 3 remaining ones will try to fight for more power or something like that.
Yeah, but either way, chaos.
Yeah, that's the word right there.
Next question.
This was by Alexander Schneider. Would Antifa have any chance of protesting in the 41st millennia, or will Modilox just get punched again in the face, this time by an Astartes with a power fist? I have no idea what you're talking about, man.
No, I don't.
Antifa, Modilox?
Modilox, is that Nurgle? I don't know. Munson Bunsen. Gersh, what changes would you like to see to the orcs for 8th edition? For example, I would like to see the orc boys with a base strength of 4. Which lore-wise makes sense, because an orc boy should be more powerful than a weeboo fire warrior. Yeah, but they're not supposed to be stronger than Space Marines. So that's where the dilemma comes in. So I think, yeah, strength 4 would be awesome. But I honestly saves. Even though we wear scrap metal, I still want a better save. Then don't give me a 5+ save either. Give me a 4+ save minimum.
It's like an Ard boy, isn't it?
Right. But then if you do that, Ard boys, you have to pay, I think, an extra 2 points? No, it has to be more. Maybe 4. But yeah, better saves.
Alright. Next question. Patrick Owen. Do you guys think that the Dangles will go traitor? I'm a Dangle player, and I really hope they don't, because it will screw Dangle players over. Oh, Dark Angels.
Oh, okay. So what's the question?
Do you think the Dark Angels are actually going to be aligned to the Chaos side? Or will they remain loyalist to the Emperor?
It would be a really good plot twist. So I'm going to say, yeah, sure.
What I want to see from the Dark Angels is that the Lion comes back. And he's secretly traitor, but he goes on to, be a loyalist. And then it's another civil war, but this time they're striking from the inside of the Imperium instead of out, I guess.
Yeah, that'd be cool. Next question comes from Kane Krug. Why couldn't the Emperor make a secondary batch of Primarchs after the Warp claimed the original? Seeing as the Emperor had unlimited amounts of DNA and can easily make more. Because he could just go find them. So that's what happened. He's like, okay, well, they're out there, but I can still sense them, so I can just go look for them.
Is that true, though?
He did. He found them.
Oh, okay. Garin Evans. If you were to join the Imperial Guard, which alien race would you be the most afraid to fight?
If I joined the Imperial Guard, honestly, I don't think Imperial Guardsmen understand the threats. They barely understand what a Space Marine is. Like, they think that's a legend.
Right.
So I don't think they know what a Tyranid is or an Orc is or anything like that.
I mean, you would expect them to be briefed on what they're fighting, but I feel like the Imperium's just like, here's billions of guard, go fight whatever it is we tell you to.
Yeah, basically. But I guess if I did know the knowledge of it, the Dark Elder.
I would say the Necrons. Because in my opinion, they're soulless, they're metal. If you kill them, they can come back to life. That's like, I'm fighting, regenerative skeleton robots.
Yep, next question.
This one's by DSan805. Are those bird noises in the background coming from the warp window? And if so, is it plotting your downfall?
Yes, they are Zinch warp spawn. See, hear them right now. This question comes from Zeta. Can the Chaos Gods produce their own Chaos Space Marines without actually corrupting an already existing Space Marine, either through cultists, slaves, or maybe make a demon Chaos Space Marine? Yes, they can. The Chaos cults and Space Marine warbands steal gene seed to create
new recruits.
Right.
Ghost Howl 38. Do you think that Farsight's Dawn Sword could be the final Crone Blade required by the Eldar? I think so, and I hope so, because that would bring the Tau back into this progression of story, and hopefully new models and just an update overall.
Yeah, that would be awesome. This question comes from Darth Knoll. If memory serves me, all humans except Space Marine, but including Imperial Guard, who learned of the Chaos threat, are exterminated for reasons. If this is accurate, do the Cadian Imperial Guard, who are required from a world under constant threat due to its location near the Eye of Terror, get a pass? The lore may have changed on this, as I've been out of 40k for a long time. So he's been out of 40k for a long time. Right, so the Cadian Imperial Guardsmen would not be killed just for knowing that there's a threat out there.
Right. They're actually, the Black Crusades actually beat up most of Cadia's defenses, and they actually broke the planet. But the Guard did not break. So even though they knew of all this, even though they saw this bloodshed and whatnot, they're still, powerful soldiers, I guess.
Yep.
They didn't get scared and they're like, oh shit, chaos. They're like, oh, we want to fight still.
But don't be surprised if in the future you hear of another Imperial Guard regiment who is away from the Eye of Terror that does get killed because of the knowledge of maybe something chaotic in any other sector.
Right.
Next question. You read that already?
I got Rar Judy. You guys are the dankest Warhammer channel, and I want to know, a Farseer can see into the future, but can they see why kids love Cinnamon Toast Crunch?
Do you have an answer to that?
I wish I did, but the only thing, as far as I know, Cinnamon Toast Crunch is so powerful a mineral. It's not even a cereal, guys. It's a mineral. So in order for an Eldar to see into this mineral's core, they would have to detach themselves from reality, thus entering the webway. But as we all know, the webway is very dangerous. And, that Cinnamon Toast Crunch has blocked off many of the entrances to its core. So as of now, I don't see it happening. But maybe with the new God of Death, they can actually kill a piece of that crunch and maybe get into its inner workings. But as of right now, not gonna happen.
There you go. Betty112. What should a 90s Saturday morning cartoon based on 40k have looked like? That's a good question. Like a G.I. Joe cartoon, but instead of fighting samurais and shit, or special agent guys, you fight orcs.
Yeah, I could see that.
Yep.
It'd be, I don't know, I see it'll be very like toned down, like there'd be no blood at all, and like none of the orcs actually die. They kind of just get defeated and run away.
And like it's like pretty much like Scooby-Doo when like you get shot by a las gun, it like burns the orc's butt and he goes ah, and he runs away.
He does a little spinny legs as he runs away.
Yeah, very grim and dark.
There you go.
Next question. I have one from Council of Mechanized Space Fungus.
Ooh.
Do the Adeptus Astartes have a marine exchange program? They do.
Yeah.
Well, the Death Watch, right?
There you go. That's what I was gonna say.
They have the Death Watch, but they also have something else, and I forget which chapter. Let me think. It's one of the first founding chapters, but their whole thing is that, yes, they have to send out their... It might be the White Scars. They send out their neophytes, or scouts, to another chapter to learn from them, and then they come back. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's the White Scars.
It's pretty neat. I didn't know that.
Yep.
Because nobody talks about the White Scars.
Nobody plays. Well, a lot of people play White Scars, but they don't get into the lore. They just like them because of the bikes.
Yeah, bikes and grab. Smash and grab. If you guys saw last week's.
There you go.
This one's by All Might. Why are you guys so damn lovable?
We're not. Read the comments.
Yeah, everybody hates us. I hate myself.
Yeah. Last question. Do you have one?
Let's go with this one. Could the Order of the Four Horsemen of the Apocalypse be any of the Primarchs by way of swords?
That's interesting.
That's an interesting concept.
Yeah, it'd be cool if GW did that, where like Gilliman would be the first one, right? What's the first one?
Famine? Well, so we got famine, death, disease. No. I know you have famine as one.
Well, basically, it would be really cool if like the Indomitus Crusade turned out to be something along the lines of like famine. Like there's something inside the gene seed of these new what are they called? Primaris Space Marines that kill off the biological like growing mechanisms of a planet, and they spread that throughout the Ultramar sector. But I don't think GW would do that. We'll see. Thank you guys so much for sending those questions our way. Please comment down below with more questions, and if you want to support us a little bit more, jump on over to Patreon. A simple $1 a month helps us create more videos for you guys.
That's right. Don't forget to hit us up on all of our social media places: Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and like you said, Patreon. And that's all we got for you guys today. As always, I am the Sound Alchemist here with
Gershwan.
That is the window to the warp, and we are out of here.